Am I the a-hole to divorce my husband and leave him with the kid after finding out I'm not biologically the mom? How the frick does that happen?
What you cooking on? Big put up, bitch, like what the fuck? Slide down, Abby with the boo, you know we deep as fuck. He want me back, her here, duck can't get no coochie out the queen. Plus no Lulu on his butt. Fuck the scram, we getting money. First to death, when I pop it, hope you forever looking funny. Free picking, bitch, I'm with the gang. Call the bros, don't like a quiet, they gon' let them drink us sing. Well, bitch, you burnt out. Well, bitch, I'm turned out.
Okay, y'all. Just finished my makeup. I showed you guys the final touches. I did my moles, I touched up some setting powder, I touched up my blush. That's pretty much how it usually goes. Right now I'm just plugging my iron, but I'm gonna reveal to you guys the hair. I did not put any hairspray on this hair when I did it. I kind of just did it and left it. I do want to touch up the flipped ends, so that's what I'm gonna do right now, but I am going to reveal you guys the hair. Drum roll, please. Okay. So this is the hair. Let me fix it a little bit. Let me fix it. It's been crunched up for a little bit. Give me a second, y'all. I promise it's cute. I promise it's actually really cute.
That's my type. I'm trying to fuck bitchin' right now. Yeah, we getting money. Yeah, we getting paid. Shake that ass, split, throw that one line in your face. We forever getting money. You forever gonna be mad. Some like Bunnaby. Cause our niggas out the bag. Shake that ass, ho. We don't want me. Go get a bag, ho. Cause you don't scare me. Shake that ass, ho. We don't want me. Go get a bag, ho. Cause you don't scare me. Okay, what's up?
So this is the look. Guys, do we like or do we not like?
He want his cat, I'm making play. No type of time, I'm making pay. I might just put it in his face.
Is it cute? Do we like it? Do we not? Should I have done a video to this? Is it giving? Is it not?
Catching place it out the way.
I think it's so cutesy. It's just new. It's different. Sometimes different is good.
Forever getting money, you forever gonna be mad. Some like Bunnaby, cause I nigga dropped the bag.
Ooh, what is up, you guys? I feel like I'm still trying to get used to this hairstyle. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I like it, but then it's like, girl, do you really like it? Anyways, I fixed it again. I think I prefer it like this. This is the look. And let me know what you guys think. I didn't know how it was gonna turn out. I'm glad it turned out at least decent. But it's like a love-hate relationship for me. I would give this hairstyle on me a 6. If it was a little bit longer, definitely an 8, because I have done it before in a longer version and I loved it. But the short version, I don't know if it fits me the way that it fits the other girlies I've been seeing, you know? But yeah, so this is the final look with the makeup, the hair, and everything. I think it's really cute, but like, I'm not in love with it, you know? It's just cutesy, just cute. Okay, so I want to start something new. If you were to go on my TikTok, you would see 2 main things: beauty content, makeup, hair, fashion, mainly, and non-beauty content. There's a whole bunch of stuff, but one thing that is actually reoccurring is these spooky, scary story times. So basically, I was just like, oh my gosh, like, this is so crazy. I want to bring that to my channel. I want to bring these stories because genuinely it's something that I'm interested in. It's something that, like, I'm just curious as well. I find these stories very entertaining. Sometimes these stories seem like unreal, but sometimes it's just like, damn, like, you could learn something out of it as well, especially the relationship ones. Just in general, not only based off of who is telling the stories, but the comment section too. The comment sections 9 times out of 10 is very funny, but a lot of the times too, you have people who either have experienced similar similar things and they're giving you advice or encouragement or whatever, and it's the things that are being said is like it could be specifically for the story time for the person for whatever. And sometimes it's like I'll read stuff and I'll be like, this is some really good advice, or this is really good to keep an eye on, you know what I mean? Long story short, I wanted to bring that to my channel, so I'm introducing to you guys a series. I don't really know what I'm gonna call it. I feel like I wrote it down the other day actually. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Ooh. Okay. You guys tell me what you guys feel about it, okay? The other day, I was writing in my notebook. So this notebook right here, I just write just a lot of things. This is my journal, but I also write like YouTube ideas, things that I want to go about, like how I want to introduce certain things, yada yada yada, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I put this in here, and basically I knew that I wanted to call it a name. I was literally just gonna name it like the a-hole basically, but I feel like it's just like maybe I could use it as a hashtag. But the other name that I had for it, okay, so I had 3 names for it. Let me show you guys the 3 names that I had for this series, and you guys let me know, like, what should I call it? So first one I had was What Would Raquel Do, which is like pretty self-explanatory. What would Raquel do? You know, maybe I can have like a little theme song in the beginning, you know what I mean? But I didn't love it. As a second potential name, From Raquel with Love, which that one I kind of like, but I feel like it depends on the stuff that I'm bringing to my page. That would hit more if I actually had a story submission of somebody genuinely wanting advice. Then I'd feel like From Raquel with Love eats, right? Those are the first 2 names. And then yesterday when I was journaling again, organizing my day for today, I also had From a Girl's Perspective, right? So from a girl's perspective, like, you know what I mean? Because I could talk about anything and give you like a woman's perspective. Maybe this is kind of a touch like From Raquel with Love, but not really, because From a Girl's Perspective could be how I view something as a woman. And I was kind of like seeing this as like, in the long run, I would love to get like some of the girlies to do these videos with me too. And it could be the same setting, literally in my room, super cozy vibes, PJs, all that stuff. I would be very open to that. So right now, I don't know what I'm gonna call it. I probably won't have a final name for it like right away, since this is the very first video, but I really do want to make this a series. And I'm somebody who, like, already people that I'm close to, I'm the girly that the girlies come to for advice. When I give my advice or when I give my point of view on certain things, it's like I really factor in many things, which I feel like has allowed me over the years to help people through whatever it is that they bring me, whether it's something negative or positive. Like, I'm really that person. I'm really the advice friend, basically, is what I'm saying. So I think that this is really fitting for me right now. I think that it's very interesting, and I'm just like, I kind of just want to dive into it. I want to try something new. I love this type of content, so I feel like if you love it, why don't you try it out and see how your audience does with it? And considering that I'm also trying to be more consistent on YouTube, I think this would be a really great midweek post. Like, middle of the week, you're gonna get from a girl's perspective or from me, like giving my advice. I feel like that is so tea. I want to do maximum, I want to do 3. Maybe we can start with the smaller ones and then work our way up. And guys, I'm really excited. But anyways, okay. So we have 2. We'll start with the 2 small ones and then we'll work our way up. We'll do the 3rd one, we'll pick it randomly, all right? So the first one I have is, what do you do when you realize that you're the toxic one in the relationship? Ooh. The second one is, having a genuine, healthy relationship after a toxic one is so nerve-wracking. I'm not gonna lie, I think the first one is more interesting. I don't even know if I want to go through the second one. Okay, let's do the first one. What do you do when you realize that you are the toxic one in the relationship? I think this one, I only read the title, so I don't really remember fully what's going on, but we shall see. And I made sure not to screenshot the comments or not even to go through the comments because I didn't want to read other people's opinions. I want to give my own opinions. I want to give, like, I want the first-hand reaction. I want to see how I feel about it. like genuinely. But yeah, okay, let's get right into it. Recently, I've been giving a wake-up call. My fiance, whom I am marrying at the end of the year, told me that he's having second thoughts about whether he feels like I would be a good partner forever. Damn. The words hit like a freight train. I have been so blind to how shitty of a partner I've been. On paper, we seem perfect, and 75% of the time, we truly are. But the other 25% of me being a mean drunk and possibly stubborn, always on the defensive, never considering if I may actually be wrong in an argument, belittling and disrespecting him, unable to take criticism, and using a harsh tone towards my partner has built up and caused major fear and hesitation in the man I'm supposed to be marrying. And I've been blind to it all. Luckily and thankfully, he's not saying he's going to leave me yet, in brackets, but the fact that I've let it get this bad is terrifying, and I am at a loss as to how to even begin fixing this. I've been told I gaslight him and others, that I'm condescending and manipulative. I'm disgusted with myself and I need advice for how to fix it. Friends. Okay, so let's point out the good. I feel like the good right here is the fact that she's able to realize how far she has gotten. Granted, it did have to come from her fiance. So to me, like, I'm kind of iffy about that. Like, it's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. I'm the kind of person that I truly believe that when it comes to action and something as behavioral as this and something as repetitive as this, as an adult, honey, you know exactly what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be so oblivious and so, like, clueless as to how you treat people and then be like, oh yeah, well, it took for this person said that I'm condescending and manipulative and blah 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 and all that stuff. It's like, girl, you know that you act that way. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way as an adult that you don't know that you're either being disrespectful, that you're being hurtful, that you're being manipulative, especially if it's something that you do repetitively and it's a behavioral thing. You know what I mean? I strongly believe in mistakes. Like, you can accidentally hurt somebody's feeling by saying something or by, you know, maybe like doing something that you shouldn't have done. I understand accidents happen, and I truly believe in second chances. I'm somebody who's very, like, you have to give grace to people. However, this your fiance, you're treating him so poorly. And it's like, it took for him to voice it out as a fiance. To me, it's like, this is something that must have been going on their entire relationship. And he's at a point where he's realizing, damn, if I do not say something, or if she doesn't change now before we get married, I don't know how this married life is going to be. First, to point out the good, it's good that she's able to reflect because she's realizing that after what her fiance is saying, that I need to change. And granted, a lot of this might come from the fact that she fears losing her fiance. Like, I truly believe that maybe she does love her fiance, but at the end of the day, you really got to ask yourself, how much do you really love the man if you're treating him that bad? You know what I mean? And it's not only that she's treating her fiance that bad, it's that she's treating people around them, others as well. They're saying that she's manipulative, that she gaslights people, and that she's also condescending. That is crazy. Just putting myself in his shoes, to voice that out is something that was probably hard for him, knowing how much he loves her. Because if you're gonna propose to someone, you love that person down. So it's not only something that is uncomfortable for you to bring out, and you have to make a decision now where you are thinking about your life, but it's also like, damn, like, this is somebody that I care about a lot and I want them to receive what I'm saying correctly. However, I don't know how they're going to take it because of how they behave. He probably didn't even know how she was going to take it. So she's coming onto the internet to ask advice of how she can fix it. Honestly, the only way that she can fix it is change actions, in my opinion. You could apologize and feel bad as much as you want, but you are not the victim in this situation. I feel like the only thing that can make her fiance put the trust back in her, he can love her as much as he wants, but I don't think in this situation love is enough, right? Because how you treat your partner is like, it's a big deal. She says 75% of the time they are perfect, but the other 25% they're not, and it's mostly because of her. The 25%, it's gonna matter. It does matter. To me personally, I'm not saying we gotta be 100% perfect, but don't treat me poorly and disrespect me and be condescending towards me and gaslight me and be mean to me when we're behind closed doors. That to me is it says a lot about someone, especially when you're going to be married. You don't even know how much he has harbored inside just for the sake of the relationship and him just with his fiance. So all in all, I would honestly say that the only solution to this first is an apology. For sure, an apology to her fiance, and I would say secondly, change actions. There's nothing more that you can do after that. Like, girl, you could say sorry, and I do feel like she should be forgiven if she actually no, she should always be forgiven. Like, this is something that, me looking at it, I don't know if it would be easy to forgive, but I do believe that grace should be extended, especially when somebody is at least making the effort to be reflective on their action and seeking for help. So I gotta give her kudos for that. But I think that the only solution to this is very, very simple. Apologize genuinely and change action. Change behaviors. I need to see your actions. I need to see that you mean what you say and you're not just saying what it is that you think I want to hear just for the sake of us getting married. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was a pretty quick one. That was a pretty simple one. All right, on to story number 2. This one says, having a genuine healthy relationship after a toxic one is so nerve-wracking. Okay, let's dive into this. I genuinely think that I screenshotted this one because I could relate to a certain degree. Let's see what homegirl is saying, or I think it's a homegirl. Okay, so this one says, it seems like I can never dispel. That is a new word for me. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm about to Google that right now. Dispel. Oh, to make a doubt, a feeling, or a belief disappear. Dispel. That's a really good word. Okay, let's go back. It seems like I can never dispel the anxiety and nerves. Trauma from my past relationships resurfaces at random times and makes it difficult to feel 100% content. My partner is great. We have amazing communication and we are mutually supportive in so many ways. I voice my anxiety to him and he is nothing but encouraging and empathetic. We are moving in together next month and I am so excited. I just have stupid intrusive thoughts that I dwell on and obsess over. It's difficult to feel safe again after the trauma of heartbreak. Does anyone have advice on how to manage myself in this situation? Oh my God. I think that I can only answer this as to trying to actually put myself in her shoes. I definitely can relate to her. I am somebody who was also in a very toxic relationship, which costed me literally my mental health. I have not been in a relationship since that relationship. And in relation to this story, for me, it's not that people were not interested in me or that there weren't great candidates that over the years have presented themselves. It's genuinely that I, for a very long time, I think up until maybe a couple years ago, I still had PTSD from that relationship. And just like her intrusive thoughts, I would always think like, okay, but what if a situation like this happened? Like, how would they handle it? So I can understand her. Like, navigating something that is healthy is something that is very difficult because you kind of fear that your rejection and the treatment that you once had may present itself again. So you're almost in this area where you want to fall into this relationship and you want to give it a full chance, but you almost have the fear that it could turn out the way that your last relationship was. I feel like, honestly, I would genuinely just trust. Like, I would really maximize the dating period, like the talking phase. I would maximize that in the sense that, like, I would really make sure that I'm truly getting to know the person. I feel like if I was her, I would trust what I am experiencing. If the words are matching the actions, I would trust my partner. If when I'm bringing up the anxiety, because she's saying, she's basically vocal about it. She talks to him, they have great communication, right? I'm assuming. So when she brings these things up to him, he's very supportive and he's encouraging and he's very empathetic. So to me, that would be great signs of somebody who's willing to be patient with me, even as I grow with him. And I think that she doesn't have much to worry about at this point, especially if you're trying to move in with the man. If you're getting to a point where you are even considering moving in with your partner, there has to be a certain amount of trust, a certain amount of loyalty, and a certain amount of love there to where you should be comfortable enough to trust that you are in good hands. So I think homegirl here doesn't have much to worry about. I think that what she's doing already is really great. And it seems like her man is giving her a space to feel safe and to be able to talk about her feelings. So I don't think she need, like, the advice that she's looking for. I don't think that she really, I guess for her, her worry is how she's not able to get over the anxiety and the nerves. People can help you during your experiences with those things temporarily or in the moment. But usually these things is something that you have to be able to cope with or find a coping mechanism with until you're able to fully get over it and it doesn't affect you. So this is something that she's going to have to work on herself. She needs to be able to trust herself in the relationship and to trust her man, I feel. I think that's what I would say. I was able to screenshot one of the comments that somebody left. And mind you, this story was a while ago. But this person basically said, this is the same stuff the guy I was last seeing said to me. He said he didn't know how to handle me stable. He was anxiety ridden and she was so bad for him, he said. Traumatized him and created trust issues. For some reason, he went back to her. That being said, some kind of therapy might be beneficial for you to get through these things. He can support you, but he can't fix you. That's on you to do. That's what I was saying. Some things like people can only help you temporarily. They can only help you in the moment and be there for you. But when it comes to something that is based off of trauma, you really kind of have to do the work yourself. Like, you're going to have to find a coping mechanism. And definitely therapy is something that I would advise as well. I genuinely think that therapy might help her. All right, so now we have 3 long stories and the last one is long as heck. So let's see. I'm gonna go by title and I'm just gonna pick one of them because I don't want this to be too long, y'all. So this one says, am I the a-hole for telling my husband he's too broke to be sexist? Okay. This one says, am I the a-hole for telling my friend that she's ruining her child's life with the name she gave her? Okay. And then this one says, am I the a-hole to divorce my husband and leave him with the kid after finding out I'm not biologically the mom? How the frick does that happen? Okay, guys, that last one is way too long. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. This one right here, am I the a-hole for telling my friend she is ruining her child's life with the name she gave her? I think this is a calm, cool one. We can end it off with this third one. Let's see. So, I, 21 female, have been friends with Laureen, 22 female, for 17 years now, and we're really close. She recently gave birth to her daughter, and her husband recently told us the name. They decided to name their daughter to name her daughter Juliet, but it's spelled G-H-I-U-L-I-Y-E-T-T-E. I thought the spelling was a joke until she told me they are serious. I told her that with that spelling of a simple, just beautiful name, it's just going to ruin that little girl's life. She got mad and told me to stop ruining her mood and that I'm being mean. I'm completely honest. The spelling is just bad. Nothing else can explain it. Why ruin such a beautiful name by including letters that don't belong there? I texted her yesterday and told her that the little girl will try to change her name or at least go by her middle name since it's normal. Damn. Normal is crazy, but I can see what she means. She told me to stop texting her, that I'm a bad friend, and that I'm being the asshole for making fun of the name. I don't think I am. When I told her that the spelling is just bad, she went crazy. She told me that I'm the worst friend ever and that I would never be able to see her daughter again. After that, her husband sent me an email telling me to stop being so disrespectful. He thinks the spelling is cute. It just makes her unique. Unique, yes, but that's just going to make that little girl suffer and she will probably be bullied for that spelling. I haven't replied, and honestly, I don't think I'm the asshole here. But I thought I'd ask Reddit since y'all are the best to judge. So am I the asshole for telling my friend that the name she gave her daughter is bad and will ruin her life? I think that when it comes to children and names, it's very much a sensitive topic because you really go through time thinking about the perfect name for your child, something that both you and your husband love, something that is unique, that is genuine, that has a great meaning, I hope. So it's like there's a lot of time and effort and dedication put behind choosing the name for your child. I think that the concern of the friend is not misplaced, but I do think that how she's going about it is crossing a line in a sense, because it's like, for one, it's not your child. For two, it's not your business. So like, if I decide to call my child X, Y, and Z, then my child's gonna be called X, Y, and Z. The meaning of the name is not horrible. The name is not disrespectful or dehumanizing or condescending name. Like, the name is still a pretty name, has a pretty meaning behind it. It's a name that you hear so commonly. It's just the way that it is written is a little bit different. I personally don't think that it's that deep to have brought it up as a concern. So I feel like in this sense, I would probably side with the mom and the husband, because it's like, girl, like, it's not even your child and you're doing the most because of the spelling. The spelling is a little bit different, especially for a name such as Juliet. It's like, girl, just, Juliet. But as somebody who also would love to have a creative way to write my child's name, it's like, that's something that I want to do. So why are you so concerned with something that I want to do? On top of that, it's like, it's not your child to be taken care of. It's not your child to be worried about. So you're doing the most for nothing. You know what I mean? It's almost like you're trying to be involved in a space where you're not even supposed to be involved in. So like, stay in your lane. Like, literally, But yeah, I think the friend may have been, I don't think she's wrong to have felt the way that she did. I just think that the way she went about it, the way she worded it, like saying that your child is gonna have a difficult life because of this and that, it's like, I feel like in general, it's wrong to think that way as well. Especially like, I'm an African, okay? Africans, we have very creative names, very unique names that is difficult to pronounce, difficult to spell at times when it comes to the Western world. But just because my name may be different to pronounce or my name may be different to spell than what you are used to, doesn't mean that you can come and disrespect my name because it's not something that you are used to hearing or seeing. Even if it's something that they are not used to, the disrespect is not necessary. The harsh critique, like going down to texting, like basically blowing up your friend's phone and she's telling you to stop and you're still going at it. She's getting her husband to talk to you and you're still having an opinion, talking about like, oh, this is wrong, whatever. Like, to me personally, it's just like, just leave it alone. It's not your child. It's not your family. It's not your concern, I think that the energy would have been properly placed if she would have named her child something that was actually harmful to the child, because names are powerful, and what you name somebody, literally they will grow up into it, So that's what I would say. I do feel like homegirl is in the wrong. I do feel like she should stay in her name, and it's something that's different for her. That's cool. But to go all ahead and say that you will ruin your daughter's life, that's crazy. I'd probably I don't blame the mom for being like, bro, you cannot see my child, because it's true. Like, if you're going down to say, oh, you're gonna ruin the life because you don't like what you're hearing and you don't think it was necessary to write it that way, like, what more could you actually do with the decisions that I make with my child? You know what I mean? I don't need you in it. It's just me and my husband. It's not me, my husband, and my homegirl. You know what I mean? So I don't blame the mom for saying that she can never see the child again, because rightfully so. Like, protect your child at all costs. And the energy that she's giving is just unnecessary. Like, you could feel a way. You could be like, okay, girl, like, that's a little bit interesting, like, why did you decide to spell it that way? Like, that would have been a great way to go about it if you were curious. But to full on say your daughter's gonna have a horrible life or you're gonna ruin her life because her name is written that way, kind of crazy. Like that's really crazy. That's really crazy. But anyways, that was 3 stories that we did. Like I said, I don't really know how I want to call this series, but you guys let me know, like, what should we call it? What should it be? I kind of like from a girl's perspective because I would love to incorporate more people into this. I would love to incorporate from a guy's perspective as well. Like, I feel like that would be really cool, but I guess it goes against the from a girl's perspective thing. So anyways, I really want to do more of this. I feel like it's fun. You guys let me know if you guys enjoy this, but I want to try it a couple more times. Maybe next time we'll do different kinds of stories, something that's a little bit not relationship related. Like, you know, maybe we'll go into friendship, maybe we'll go into business, maybe we'll go into siblings and family. Like, I'm gonna do my research and I'm gonna bring you guys really good content, and hopefully you guys are liking my advice and my point of view as well. And if not, tell me why you don't agree with me, or tell me why you don't agree with the story, or you don't agree with certain point of views that are being said. Like, I really like, my biggest hope, more than to have to grow this platform as a whole, is to actually have a platform where people like are actually like a community. Like, we can talk, we can share opinions. Like, I want to be talking in the comments, I want to be like challenging people's like opinions and stuff like that. So let me know how you feel, let me know how we like this, let me know how we feel about the hair. I will see you guys in my next video. So bye for now, y'all.